Oh, hello, friends. Welcome back to another Alpha League Sesh with me, AVB. Today, we're going to be talking about Tonic and the liquidity incentive program from the central bank or USN. So first, we're going to have a very important message and define how is USN different from USD. Then we're going to look into Tonic as a platform. Why is it? Why is it exciting? And then finally, we're going to merge the two babies and see how you can make some real cash dollar for participating in the liquidity mining incentives from USN on Tonic. Finally, we're going to go step by step on all the things that you need to do to take advantage of this position. This video is aimed at total beginners. There is no excuse for being poor. If you have attention deficit disorder, just skip all the way to the end and join me in the happy farm of Tonic and USN. Let's start by addressing the elephant in the room. What is USN and is it safe? USN is a near native stablecoin. It is not to be confused by UST from Terra. In fact, USN V1 is backed 1-to-1 by USDT. That means that using USN is basically the same as using USDT. It is worth mentioning that in phase 2 or 3, whatever comes next, USN will be backed by a basket of collaterals, but that is something that we can worry about when it happens. At the moment, there is money to be made. And that's because USN has launched some pretty chunky liquidity incentive programs across several DEXs. The one that we're going to be looking at is Tonic. Why Tonic? Because they just doubled the amount from the previous month. It was $50,000 in September, and it is $100,000 for October. And Tonic is a new decentralized order book exchange, which may be new to people, maybe not many people know about it. Look, the truth is the percentage APYs are super chunky. I want to give some credit to Restigen, a research at Proximity Labs, the DeFi arm on Near, for tweeting about this a couple of days ago and reminding me that I had to jump on this farming opportunity. And naturally, just after Res tweeted, the percentages started coming down, but they are still very decent. Today, we're going to be looking into the details of the liquidity program, how to participate step by step, how to add liquidity, but just keep it nice and sweet because timing is money. To give you a glimpse of what money tastes like, we are on the Tonic Finance incentives page. We can see that they are distributing 1,000 USN daily. All accounts that participate are ranked by points, and you see your share for the day. You can also see a historical of the payouts. I got 630 USN yesterday. I should be getting double tomorrow because I think the way that the liquidity is calculated is by how long it's been on the order book. Oh, yeah. And while these may not be life-changing amounts of money, it's all about compounding. So every USN that I get, I put straight back in. A couple of key things on the liquidity mining program from the original post, which I will be linking in the comment section below. As of the 27th of September, liquidity on both sides are rewarded. Also, orders that are not filled will also be rewarded. This now effectively rewards liquidity times the time it has been on the order book. These two are meaningful changes because before the buy side liquidity, so USDC, had double the rewards, and you only received rewards if your order was fulfilled, which means that you could essentially have a lot of dead capital sitting there. So these are some pretty good changes for us happy farmers. Just before we do the step by step, there are a couple of things that you have to do before you're able to join the liquidity program. And who knows, maybe this is why there aren't as many people participating. The first one is that you need to hold a Tonic Greedy Goblin. And I'm going to be perfectly honest, and I know that the Tonic team is going to see this. I did not start mining in September because I didn't have a bloody goblin, and I don't know, it just seemed too convoluted. But I am here to repent my sins and to let you know that it is actually very simple to join the program and totally worth it. So first you need to get a Tonic Greedy Goblet. If you don't have one, you can buy one from Paras. There will be a direct link to the Greedy Goblins page on Paras down below. And I think they're pretty affordable. The floor price starts at around 4 near, but considering how much you could stand to gain in October, it could be worth it. This is a personal calculation, not financial advice. Do your own research. Okay. After you have acquired a goblin, then you have to officially sign up for the Liquidity Rewards program, filling out an Airtable form. And finally, after getting the goblin and filling out the Airtable form, you have to sign up on the Discord channel and create a support ticket so they get whitelisted. I've done this for 2 separate accounts. Basically, just open a ticket. I say, hello, I want to be whitelisted. I've got a goblin. This is my wallet address. And they usually respond within a couple of hours. And then finally, once we have been whitelisted to participate in this farming bonanza, we have to go to the Tonic DApp and place orders. So let's get into the meaty bit. Tonic is a full order book decentralized exchange, as you can see on my screen. This gives a lot of functionality and power to sophisticated traders. If you're not one of them, fear not. Tonic also has a simple swap functionality. So you basically get the best of both worlds. You're able to perform very simple swaps in the front end. You don't have to worry about those dirty numbers that we saw before. But this pulls liquidity from the order books. There are several differences between a full order book exchange, such as Tonic, and an automated market maker, such as Ref. But for the purposes of this tutorial, we're just going to focus on providing liquidity. If you have ever provided liquidity for an AMM, such as Ref or Trisolaris, you know that you basically need both assets, and then you put them into a pool, and then you join the farm, and then you see your rewards pile up. Full order book exchanges are different because the way in which you provide liquidity is by creating orders in the order book. And technically, if your order is fulfilled, then you are no longer providing liquidity. Tonic is technically actually encouraging people to create bots. I don't have the ability or the time to create a bot. If you are interested, they do have all the developer documentation available to do so. Going back to Tonic, step by step. First, you have to log into Tonic with your Near wallet. Then on the upper left corner, you have to click the drop down and find the USN USDC pair. Usually when you log in, the default is Near USDC. After that, go to the top right and click on Deposit Withdraw. To be able to perform trades on Tonic, including adding liquidity, you first have to add assets into the Tonic smart contract. Assuming that you already have some USN or USDC, just click Manage and then select Deposit. One note here is that when you click Deposit or Withdraw, it only shows you the balances that you have on your exchange. It doesn't show you the balances you have on your wallet. So even if you are looking at a big fat zero here, just click Manage, and then on the deposit page, that's where you see the balance on your wallet. Once you have USN or USDC in the exchange, you should be able to see it on the corner right here. And then the fun starts. We have 2 very simple tasks. The first one is to ignore all the unnecessary complexity on the dashboard. And the second one is to add liquidity and then get the fuck out while the rewards come in. The only thing that I think you need to know really is that with full order book exchanges, when you have a trading pair, all this wording and functionality is referring to the first asset. In this case, it would be USN, or the base pair. What that means is that when we look at the buy or sell thing here, it is referring to buying USN or selling USN. I'll give you an example. I'll cancel an order here. So I have some assets on my wallet, and then we can play around. And now I have 4.95 USDC. This is actually a really good example because it is an example of what you will be doing to add liquidity. So I have some USDC. The buy refers to buy USN. If I create a buy order and I put the price to be 1 USDC, the order will simply be added to the order book right here. So there's $407,000 worth of USDC willing to buy USN at $1. Conversely, if I put anything higher than $1, could be even 0.0001, my order will be fulfilled by these pending sell orders. If I want to add liquidity to the order book, would be just $1 over here. If I want to actually make a swap for USN, it would be 0.0001 so that it gets fulfilled by the sell order. This is actually a lot simpler than I'm making it sound. Let's go ahead and create a buy order for USN at $1 so that my order is sitting on the order book and it counts as providing liquidity. I'll just do 100%. It is going to be swapping for 0.95 USDC. There's a really simple way to know whether you have placed an order in the order book and it technically counts as providing liquidity, or whether you have actually just performed a swap. If you have an open order, you will see all your open orders down here on the bottom left of the screen. Alternatively, if you performed a swap, you would see the USN or whatever asset you swapped into over here. Quick recap. Right now, both sites are eligible for rewards. So whether you want to create USDC buy orders or USN sell orders, doesn't matter which side of the order book you're in, they both count. And as long as the order is sitting on the order book or an open order here, you are accruing points towards the rewards. On that last point, I'm currently checking about every 3 or 4 hours just to confirm that my orders have not been filled. If they have, I just add liquidity back again, just to make sure that I have open orders for as long as possible. After you've added liquidity, you can be like me and just keep coming back to the incentives page and see the numbers and the charts start to go up, and your incentives are paid directly into your wallet. So if you want to compound, you just repeat the process. Deposit USN, create orders. I hope that this makes sense. If not, I guess that's just more rewards for me. I have some closing thoughts. This is a prime example of something that I would potentially be making more money from farming if I did not tell you about it. Because the more of us that do it, the more that the rewards get spread out, and potentially the smaller the percentage APY. But it is also a case of short-term thinking versus long-term thinking. I could potentially make more money right now farming, but in the long run, if the near ecosystem is not growing, my heavy near bags are also not going to grow. So I am putting aside the short-term sweet gains to make sure that more people understand how to use Tonic and USN and all the other platforms that I'll be covering over the next few weeks, and hopefully grow the pie. When near is $20 and $30 and $150 million, no one will be sad because their Tonic APY was brought down from 140% to 20% or whatever the case may be in the end. We will all be happy because together, day by day, we're onboarding new people. And the best way to onboard new people is to make them some cashola. Let me know in the comment section below if this tutorial was clear. If not, let me know if you have any questions.